From the Sun, planets and their satellites to the asteroids and the comets of the Oort cloud, all are thought to be formed from a cloud of gas and dust that shrank due to its gravity. These stellar globular clusters or clouds of gas, dust and stars are known as nebulae. Scientists have discovered nearly 20,000 nebulae to date, among which Orion Nebula has been the center of attraction for them. This stellar nursery is the most prominent star-forming zone on Earth. It has an apparent magnitude of 4, making it relatively bright to capture until we use an infrared light telescope like James Webb telescope. As per the new data by NASA, JWST has released some bizarre images of the nebulae that seem to give us a closer look at its interior. So what do these images reveal? Are these pictures enough to open up all about the Orion Nebula? Join us today as we uncover what is so surprising about these photos and how they would help us study the cosmos. This week, the James Webb Space Telescope focused on the Orion Nebula to provide a sharper view of the massive stellar nursery. These images are a composite of several photos taken through 11 different filters on the telescope's near-infrared camera, or NIRCam, on a tour of the Orion Bar. The Orion Nebula, known as Messier 42, M42 or NGC 1976, is a diffuse nebula in the Milky Way that may be seen in the constellation of Orion to the south of Orion's belt. With an apparent magnitude of 4.0, it is one of the brightest nebulae visible to the naked eye in the night sky. The nebula is estimated to span 24 light-years across, so its apparent size from Earth is approximately 1 degree. Its mass is around 2,000 times greater than that of the Sun. In older manuscripts, the Orion Nebula is frequently referred to as the Great Orion Nebula or the Great Nebula in Orion. Most importantly, it has provided a wealth of information regarding the formation of stars and planetary systems from collapsing gas and dust clouds. Astronomers have directly observed the protoplanetary disks, brown dwarfs, violent motions of the gas, and a photoionizing effect of significant nearby stars in the nebula. Even in places with some light pollution, one may see the Orion Nebula with the naked eye. It is regarded as the middle star or Orion's sword, composed of 3 stars south of Orion's belt. With such fuzzy characteristics, it has been targeted by several amateur astronomers and astrophotographers. The Orion Nebula is one of the most closely observed and photographed celestial features, as well as one of the most intensely studied heavenly features. The nebula has revealed a great deal about how stars and planetary systems form from collapsing clouds of gas and dust. Even though researchers had previously used the Hubble Spitzer telescope to delve deeply into the nebula, a recent image from the James Webb telescope has made waves in the astronomy community. By seeing through the dust covering the young stars, Webb's near-infrared camera has created the precise and bizarre image of the nebula to date. The James Webb telescope is the most powerful one among them. It uses infrared light, which cannot be perceived by the human eye, to study every phase in cosmic history. The Webb is Hubble's replacement and is 100 times more potent. Hubble is in a very close orbit around the Earth, whereas Webb will be 1.5 million kilometers away. Webb also has a much larger mirror than Hubble. According to the Webb telescope website, this large light collecting area means that Webb can peer farther back into time than Hubble is capable of doing. The study team intends to gain additional insight into our solar system's past and add more context to what we currently know from other observatories by tracing the histories of specific asteroids. According to Andrew S. Rivkin of the Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Laboratory, Webb lets us visit many more asteroids with high-quality images we can't achieve with telescopes on the ground. Yet it is the only telescope that will orbit not only the Sun, but also maintain a tight orbit around a region of space known as Lagrange 2 or L2. This location is 1.5 million kilometers from Earth. Webb can see the sky well due to its remote location, allowing it to look much further into space than the Hubble Space Telescope. With such impressive specs, it suffices to say that the discoveries the James Webb Telescope has made and will make will provide us with a clear perspective of every aspect of the universe. It has sent data to Earth with breathtaking images of numerous galaxies, planets, and stars. However, the most recent images of one of the most beloved nebulae, the Orion Nebula, revealed something bizarre that has flared a layer of shock among astronomers and scientists. According to Agence France-Presse, a leading global news agency, the images revealed on Monday by a group of worldwide experts were produced by more than 100 scientists from 18 countries. The JWST gathers infrared light, allowing scientists to see through the dust clouds, but the star-forming regions like the Orion Nebula's heart are impossible to examine since they are covered in stardust. Moreover, the image blends light from various filters to depict hot ionized gas, cool molecular gas, hydrocarbons, and dispersed starlight from giant stars. According to a University of Michigan news release, Edwin Bergen, the college's chair of astronomy, and other researchers wanted to understand the entire cycle of starbirth from the photographs. Bergen said that the remarkable structures we see would explain how the feedback loop of stellar formation takes place in our galaxy and beyond. He also added that in this image, we are looking at this cycle where the first generation of stars is effectively irradiating the material for the following generation. So what do these pictures depict? The image was initially elusive to many amateur astronomers. This is because most of the young massive trapezium stars, which compose most of Orion Nebula's mosaic's central regions, are situated just outside the image's upper right corner. However, the photographs are sufficiently detailed to show the nebula's architecture at scales comparable to our solar systems. These images show newly born stars in various phases of formation. A young star is growing inside a globule, a shroud of dust and gas that has squeezed together under gravity to give rise to the new principle towards the upper left corner of Theta 2 Orionis A inside the bar. If we see the images in depth, it's visible that the planet-forming material surrounding a star on the right side, below the trapezium cluster, is being eroded by the intense ultraviolet radiation from the trapezium stars. According to researchers, about 180 young stars with photo-evaporating disks have been found in the Orion Nebula, including the star HST-10 visible in this image. After stacking many photos taken with various filters, Webb's image also shows twisted filaments of gas and dust rich in hydrocarbons. Additionally, the lower left quadrant of this Hubble image of the Orion Nebula contains a diagonal ridge-like feature of gas and dust known as the Orion Bar, a thick wall of dusty gas that shelters newly forming massive stars and crosses the image's center. The Orion Bar is the interaction zone between the H2 regions surrounding the trapezium stars in the Orion Nebula and the dark molecular cloud behind it. It appears to be shaped like a bar at first glance, sculpted by the intense radiation from nearby hot young stars. However, it is mostly like a photodissociation region, or PDR. The astronomers in the PDRS-4 partnership collected the data freely available through the JWST Early Release Science Program. PDR refers to the gas and dust that bake in the intense ultraviolet radiation emitted by young bright stars. Baby stars disperse the gas and dust surrounding them as they emit light. According to graduate student and PDRS-4 team member Philippe Alarcon, University of Michigan, seeing this in action in the Orion Bar will serve as a model for PDRs everywhere in the galaxy. If you want to learn more about space and stay up to date, subscribe and check out our previous videos.